What's up, YouTube? You already know. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy El Lobo back in the building, YouTube's #1 hype man, ready to give you inspiration, car talk. And on this channel, we cover a range of different topics, my people. Today's topic, as you can see, we are in a car, so this makes this a car vlog. We are filming finally in 16 by 9. I was like 16 by 16 by 9. So before, my videos would be taking up a little bit of the screen. Now hopefully when you see me, I'm taking up all of your screen, okay? But today's video is going to be about what is it like owning a Hellcat in NYC, but more specifically, I feel like this hasn't been done before. What is it like owning a Hellcat in the Bronx area? Okay, in the Bronx area. And you may be wondering, is it good? Is it bad? Just like my previous video, is it ugly? Okay, is it ugly? You know what I'm saying? And starting off, people show lots of love for a Hellcat in the Bronx area. You know, it almost feels like when you're riding in a Hellcat, you know, first, I'm a huge fan of Dodge, first and foremost, but when you're riding in a Hellcat and you see, you know, the kids on the corner or the kids on the playground, or even more so adults, you know, they just do like they always say, yo, give it a rev, or oh, do a burnout. And I'm like, and my response is like, yo, I can't do a burnout because I don't have gas. Like, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't want to, you know, shred my tires, you know. Listen, okay, so the requests for burnouts are at an all-time high if you have a Hellcat, okay? Like, people will literally be like, do a burnout. And I would say, like, ooh, this guy is so close. I would say that request is probably top 3 requests when you have a Hellcat living in the Bronx area. They're like, yo, and sometimes they don't even say it. They just give you the look like, yo, you know what to do? And it's just like, like they're just translating and emanating a message to your brain to do a burnout or do a rev. And people just show so much love for Hellcats in the Bronx area. My goodness gracious. You know, and that's another thing, is you get a lot of questions too about, you know, what does it feel like? Or sometimes people just don't even know what this car is. You know, we, you know, live in a time when we live in the age of information, but sometimes something that's familiar to you, maybe, where's this guy going? Where this lady trying to cut me off on a single lane? That's another thing about the Bronx, okay? When you driving, people just make up their own rules. Stop signs, I might do that. You know what I mean? That's really how it is, okay? You know, but that's really what it's like. You know, people, I don't know what it is. I saw this post on also Reddit the other day. I feel like it's just in every location, but specifically the Bronx as well. It'll be a minivan with the LEDs at the bottom, you know, looking like they got the Super Mario star. Let me see if I can squeeze through. This is a wide truck, Jesus Christ. You know, they got the LEDs, minivans, Nissan, Hondas, you know what I mean? They don't care. They will challenge you at the light, like their life is on the line, like they're racing for pink slips. It's like, come on, man. I'm just trying to go home. All right, I'm just trying to park up. That's all I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. People, they don't, I don't know if it's just a Bronx thing, you know, but people, my goodness, when it comes to, let me try to park up here. You know, when it comes to just driving, they just make up their own rules. They're like, oh, you in a Hellcat? I'ma gun it. It's just like, what? Why? Why are you gonna gun the stop sign? Or why are you gonna try to come up alongside me? You know what I mean? My goodness. But like I was saying, besides people making up their own rules in driving, like I said, people, again, they show lots of love for the Hellcat. There hasn't been any, disdain or dislike for this car in this area. You know what I mean? I feel like it really honestly feels like you're riding in a UFO. Like, you're just like, people are just like looking at you like, yo, like, this is crazy. And I think also it's a part of who owns the vehicle as well. I feel like if you exude that positive energy, if you are an open personality, people will be open with you as well. And that's something that you can take with you along in your day, is the energy that you shine out also will be shined back at you, because the universe is really like a mirror, you know what I mean? And again, people look at you like you in a UFO. They're like, yo, especially the kids, they'll be like, yo, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? I would also say in the Bronx area, not gonna lie, you have to be very careful. I watch another YouTuber called Knockout 360, and he's like, you always gotta have your, he always goes like this. He always goes like, how's it going down when it come around? You know what I mean? How he always does that slogan. Next episode, I'm gonna think of a better slogan, okay? But he always says, to have your head on a swivel, and I agree with him, is that as much love as you do receive in the Bronx area or NYC area, you always have to have your head on a swivel. You know what I mean? And I think that's because these cars are exciting. These cars are amazing. And people just, again, want to have what you have when they can't have it. You know what I mean? Or too lazy to work for it. And again, just keep your head, just be vigilant. You know what I mean? Like, you can't keep this car running like, oh, let me go into the pump. Let me pay for gas and leave the car running. Don't do that, okay? We listen, but we don't judge, okay? If you're going to get I've seen it so many times over where people have an amazing car, beautiful car. They'll just leave it running. Like, oh, let me get $5 on pump number 2. And then it's like, and then your car's gone. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, where if you're always out with this car, because I use this car as a daily driver, so my head is always on a swivel. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind when you have, or let's say you're in the process or already just recently have a Hellcat. Just keep your head on a swivel, because people want what you have. I would say in the Bronx area, keep the car under lock and key. That is most important, because every time my car is parked up, you already know. Previous episodes, I have the kill switch. That's 1. I have the steering wheel lock. That's 2. I have it in a gate, in a driveway, and the gate is locked. That's 3. You know what I'm saying? I also have air tags as well. So my people, you can enjoy the car in any area, but it's really about keeping the car safe, because like I said in the previous episode, this car, super easy to steal. And I would say that, it's just one of those things where you got to keep in mind that, okay, people want this car. What can I do to make it as difficult as possible for the thieves to not have this car? You know what I mean? And like I said before, there is love, but again, there's also hate as well for people who don't want to work for the car. And I'm not saying that's specifically a Bronx thing. I'd say that it's mostly an any area thing, because people park up at the mall and in the nice areas and pretty much, come back in their cars missing it. I've seen posts on Reddit with Camaros gone missing. I've seen Lexus gone missing. So it's not necessarily a Hellcat thing or a bad area thing or just specifically a Bronx thing. So again, just protect what's yours and move in an intelligent way. So like I said before, it's like the car almost becomes a part of your personality, where it's like, you just feel the power, but there is power in restraint. So that's another lesson that you guys can take with you, is that you don't always got to show out. You don't always got to rev. You don't always got to do things all crazy. All right. So Like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, if you are planning on owning a Hellcat in the NYC or Bronx area, what is my verdict? Should you do it? Should you not? Is it terrible on gas? I always say it's miles per gallon, okay? And not what you're putting in the tank, okay? So like I said, my people, it's your boy El Lobo. You already know, pre-Thanksgiving festivities. Wishing y'all blessings, peace, love, and positivity. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with your friends, family. You already know, YouTube's #1 hype man, bringing the positivity. And I'm going to see you in the next one.